There's a big, huge difference between abuse and affront to ego. And there will be a lot of affronts to ego. There will be a lot of things said here that are going to challenge you on a lot of different levels. And that is what this path is for. Because if you don't get shaken up and have to question yourself, you will never go deeper. You will never look. That's what it's about, you know. So again, you know, gurus is this type of path. Watch and look to see what's going on, and then you will get confronted, you know, and things will be pointed out to you that are taking place that maybe need to be looked at. Now, if you think that's abusive, then again, you are in the wrong place. This is not the type of path for you to be at.
And the extent to which these egos, now I've seen so many of them, the way they flare up, it's just...
Exactly. They don't want to hear anything. I don't want my little box that I've constructed for myself shaken in any way, shape, or form. You're supposed to be there just to support it. I'm not here to support people's little boxes and identities they've built for themselves, what they want to believe about themselves or the world or whatever. I am here to tear it down so that you can find out what is prior to that, what remains when all of that is gone.
Right.
You know, that's it, point blank. There is a big difference. They're here to want to construct a self-image, a bigger, better self-image. I'm here to tear that sucker down.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's here for, to absolutely tear it down till one finds out what's there prior to it, what remains through it, and what will remain after. So if people cannot distinguish between what's an affront to ego versus what is abuse, then really, if they are that fragile, if their egos are that fragile that they confuse what is an affront that makes them want to fight or flight with what is abuse, then they need to not be here. Yes, ego, when it suffers an affront, it's going to have that fight or flight stance immediately. It's not going to want to hear what's heard, but that's when you got to sit through it. And you've got to go deeper and look deeper at what's going on and find out what's really there. That's what this path is constructed to do. That's what the guidance is here. That's what the teachings are here. But people are trying to pick and choose and make it into something it's not. Then when they hear something they don't like, all of a sudden they claim they're being so abused. You know, so again, they're in the wrong place then.
It's not about building a bigger, better me, that's for sure.
That's not what it's about here. You know, again, if you want the new age thing that's building a better, bigger, better you, and you're going to be a co-creator with God, this is not the place to do it.
Thank God.
You know, this is not that type of thing. And if that's what people are looking for, you know, and that's what they're trying to do on the side and then try to mix this in, it's not going to work.
Definitely won't.
And they will accuse an affront to ego with abuse. Then again, you know, you don't know what abuse is versus what it's not. You don't know the difference between genuine abuse and an ego affront. And this is the wrong place to be.
Uh-huh. Big difference between the two of them. It's like night and day. It's amazing.
Exactly. That's why I absolutely put it up. This is what abuse is. And if you go through the list of what genuine abuse is, you will see that none of them can be claimed here whatsoever. Yeah. Now, if you look up affront, absolutely 100%. Guilty as charged.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's your job.
That's my job. That's my job. To see what's the sticking point. To challenge what are your sticking points. To get you to go beyond it, to see something different, to look deeper. That is my function. And if you don't like that function, if you think that if you get challenged on any level that it's abusive, then you are really in the wrong place on the wrong type of a path.
Definitely.
I don't know how to make it any clearer than that. So let's look at what is affront and what is abuse. And let's not interchange the words, okay? Let's not interchange that.
Yeah.
That if your ego is so fragile that you think any affront to your ego is abuse, then this is not the place to be. You need to look at the door, find the exit sign, and beat feet toward it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not here to abuse anyone. If the egos are so fragile, they can't take any kind of any kind of prompting anywhere, then this is not the place for them to be. Because I'm not here. No, I'm not here to treat everybody with kid gloves and feed them pablum. They're supposed to be adults by the time they come here.
Yeah.
And if they've stopped their growth at childhood, they have not become adults yet, then this is not the place to be. They can find their inner child somewhere else and go, stick a pacifier in their mouth and stay in their playpen, but do it elsewhere. I'm not providing playpens and pacifiers for people here. Not going to do it. We're not playing the inner child. Soothe your inner child here.
Yeah.
I got news for you. You have grown up, and that inner child is going to have to get a clue and come along with the program.
Yeah, that is another time and another place, the inner child.
That's it. If you've still got an inner child that you're entertaining, then this is not the place to be. This place is for grown-ups that are ready to step into adulthood. So, we're not having rebirthing sessions here. I'm not providing playpens and pacifiers for inner childs. We are not playing those games here. If those are the games you want, then you can find them elsewhere. But that's not being done here.
Yeah. And I can say, thank goodness for that.
There are plenty places out there they can go for that. There's a lot of places that do those types of things, and that's fine if that's what they're into. Go do that.
There's probably 100,000 more places to do that than there is to find the real deal.
Well, exactly. There's a lot of places you can go do that type of thing where they'll be hand-holding and give you crutches and teach you to be a co-creator, and you can play nice, warm, fuzzy and, do all of that.
Yeah.
You can play ring around the mulberry bush, and give group hugs and warm fuzzies, and, that's fine. If that's what you're into, go and do that. But it's not here. Yes, it is a community where people are supportive of each other, and it's, to know that this is a tough thing, to look at yourself and to go deeper and to cut through the fears and to face the fears rather than running from it and being in denial of it at every turn. One has to eventually stop running. Okay, if you're not ready to stop running, this is not the place to be. So I think this needs to go up, on the